noticed that every winter your body just feels heavier, slower, puffier, or more bloated, and you're really not doing anything differently that should make you feel that way, then this video is for you. Did you know that winter bloating is so common that it tends to be one of those things that people just quietly deal with and no one really talks about it? You just feel uncomfortable in your jeans, your digestion feels off, your stomach feels full even though you didn't eat that much, and you just can't seem to figure out what's going on. However though, most of the time, nothing is usually wrong. Your body is just responding to the changing of the season. In Ayurveda and many other traditional systems, your body's digestion is actually expected to change during the colder winter months. It's not some shock surprise that seemingly comes out of nowhere, and I think that's really great because it really takes away that surprise and panic of why isn't my body doing what it normally does? Your body is doing exactly what bodies have done in the winter for thousands, if not millions of years. We just live in a modern world and we've separated ourselves from the outdoors, and we don't even think about adjusting our habits for different seasons anymore. So in this video, I want to talk about simple Ayurvedic ways to support digestion in winter so you feel lighter, more comfortable, and less bloated. And all of this is without dieting, without restricting, and without doing anything too extreme. All it takes is small shifts in your daily habit. In Ayurveda, winter has certain qualities. It's cold, it's dry, it's heavy, it's darker, there's a lot less movement and a lot less sunlight. So that means that you're probably eating more dense foods like soups or breads, casseroles, roasted vegetables, and more comfort kind of meals. And I'm not saying that any of that is bad, it's actually great, but digestion can get a little sluggish. In Ayurveda, digestion is often compared to a fire. In winter, the fire is usually a lot stronger as far as appetite goes, but the actual processing of food can get slower and more inefficient. So you feel super hungry, you eat, but then you feel full, and it just kind of sits there. That food just sitting there feeling is what many people describe as bloating. And our everyday habits of modern life adds to this. We eat super fast, we eat while we're stressed out, we eat while we're scrolling, we eat cold drinks with meals. We don't have as much daily movement as we used to. So it's not one thing, but instead it's a bunch of small things that stack up over time. But the good news is that solutions are also small and realistic to do. So tip number 1, favor warm cooked foods. This is probably the biggest one. Winter is not smoothie season. It's not giant raw salad season. And yes, I know that those types of foods are marketed as healthy, but digestion in winter usually does a lot better with warm cooked foods. Foods like soups, stews, roasted vegetables, warm grains, oatmeal, and just simple cooked meals. It doesn't really have to be anything fancy. Since cooked foods is a lot easier for your body to break down, your system doesn't have to work as hard. And if you've ever noticed that you feel more bloated after eating a big raw salad in the winter, then that's probably why. Now, you don't have to eliminate raw foods completely, of course, just don't make them the star of every single meal. Even lightly sauteing or roasting vegetables makes a huge difference in the winter. Tip number 2, use digestive spices. And this one is one of my favorite things because it's so easy. You don't need fancy supplements, just a pantry stocked with some simple spices. Some of the best spices to have handy during the winter are ginger, cumin, fennel, cinnamon, coriander. You can add them to literally any meal that you're having. You can add them to soups, rice, lentils, roasted vegetables, even tea and coffee. A ginger tea after a meal is a classic for a reason. And these spices aren't to detox, they aren't some kind of miracle cure, they're just there to gently support digestion. Even just a pinch of cinnamon or ginger in warm water can help tremendously. And remember, tiny habits done consistently matter a lot more than big dramatic changes all at once. Tip number 3 is lighter dinners. So winter dinners tend to be the heaviest meal of the day. Big pasta bowls, casseroles, takeout, comfort food. And again, none of this is bad in itself. It's just something to be aware of. Digestion slows down at night. Your body is preparing to rest, not to work on a huge digestive project. If you wake up bloated, heavy, or not hungry in the morning, then your dinner might be too dense. The simple winter dinners can look a lot like soup with a piece of bread, cooked vegetables, rice, or even a smaller portion of heavier food. You don't need to eat like a bird or a rabbit, just foods that are slightly lighter than lunch. Tip number 4, sip warm drinks. Cold drinks in the winter can slow digestion, especially when taking with larger meals. Warm water or tea keeps things moving a lot better. And this doesn't mean that you can never have a cold drink, of course, just maybe not with every meal, every day, all winter long. Some drinks to sip can include warm lemon water, ginger tea, cinnamon tea, or just plain warm water. This gives your system gentle support while digesting food. Tip number 5, how you eat matters. And I think this one is especially underrated. If you eat while you're driving, working, scrolling, standing, or you're stressed out, your body isn't focused completely on digestion. You can eat the healthiest meal in the world and still feel bloated if you're rushing through it. So instead, try sitting down, take 10 to 15, 20 minutes and fully chew your food. I know it seems obvious, but most people don't actually do it. Tip number 6, daily movements. And I don't mean that you need intense workouts. Winter digestion favors movements like walking, yoga, twists, stretching, and even cleaning the house. Movement stimulates digestion. If you sit down all day long and then you eat big meals, things tend to get sluggish. Even a 10-minute walk after meals can help a lot. Tip number 7 is have a simple morning routine. Nothing complicated, just wake up, drink warm water, stretch a little, eat breakfast at a regular time. Regularity really helps digestion a lot more than people realize because your body loves rhythm. The goal here isn't to have a perfectly flat stomach, of course. Bodies fluctuate even with the seasons. The goal is feeling comfortable, which looks like less pressure, less heaviness, regular digestion, and feeling really good in your body. Winter is naturally a heavier season, and that's okay. You're not meant to feel the same way as you do in the middle of the summer, and supporting your body is a lot different from fighting it. So if any of this resonated, try 1 or 2 of these tips this week, and remember, you don't have to do it all. Maybe start with a warm breakfast, maybe have a ginger tea, and take more time for your meals. And remember, small shifts add up. And if you notice you always feel more bloated in the winter, comment below. I'm very curious as to how many people experience this too. If you like seasonal wellness and practical Ayurveda that fits everyday life, then that's what this channel is all about. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.